Assalamualaikum students. My name is Hiranam. I am here to teach you about mathematics. Today's our topic is some functions and their mathematical models. In this topic we will discuss function and their types and odd even functions. Functions we will discuss in previous lecture, so it's only the review about the functions. Function is the well-defined relation between input or output. In this we have two sets, one is input, other is output. Every input have a unique input element always map with the unique element of output. It's always and write in a order pair shape, just like y equals to f of x. In this, x is a independent variable, y is dependent variable. Just like we have a value of x, then we have the value of y. Just like x equals to 2, then function value is 3. If x equals to 0, then function value is 1. So our function value depend on the variable x. We know the value of x, then also we know the value of function. Otherwise, we do not know the value of x, then we do not know about the value of function. So x is independent variable and y is dependent variable. When we give x value in the function, then we get the function value. X is the independent variable and y is the dependent variable. Just like function value is x equals to x square plus 7. Put x equals to 0, then function value is 7. If we put in the value of x equals to 1, then function value is 8. If we put x equals to 2, then function value is 11. Changing the value of x, then also changes the value of y, or set f function value. Linear function equals to mx plus b. M and b is a constant, just like 1, 2, 3, any number, but x is the variable. If m equals to 0, we suppose m equals to 0, then f of x depend on b, because 0 into x plus b equals to b. So our function value is b. So it has a straight line on the point b. It may be 2, 3, any number. If we have b value is 0, then function depend on m. So it has many lines. It depends on m value. M may be 1, 0, 2, any number. So function graph like this, a straight line. It's I make different points, just like m equals to 0, or different points. On different points I make these lines. Always linear function have a straight line. F equals to bx plus 1, then we put x equals to 5, then function value is 26. If x equals to 2, then function value is 11. If we put x equals to 0, then function value is 1. This is the equation is function. This equation is function. Y square equals to x plus 6. X square plus y square equals to x plus 6. This is not a function. This is a relation. This is relation, because we get square root on both sides, then we get the value of y. Y plus minus y equals to x plus 6 radical. This is relation but not the function. From this we know that every function is a relation, but not every relation is a function. Every function is a relation, but every relation is not a function. Power function. Power function equals to y equals to x power n. N is any constant and x and power of x, and maybe any number. X equals to 0, then the value is 1. X power 1, x power 2, x square, x cube, any number. Then graph changes with the power. This is the graph of x square, and changes the power of n, changes the power of x, then changes the graph lines. Polynomial functions. Polynomial functions. In this we have an x power n plus an minus 1, x power n minus 1, and so on, and plus a3 x cube plus a2 x square plus a1 x plus a naught. A is a constant values, but x is a variables. N is also the number, any constant. Suppose we have a example, f of x equals to x cube plus x square plus x plus 1 is the cubic function. This is the cubic function. Highest function of x is power. Highest function is a higher. Just like we have x cube, this is the highest power in equation, or this is the function. So we have the power x cube is the higher, so this is the degree. X cube is the degree, because square 1 and x 0 is less than 3, so x cube is the highest power, so x is 3 is the degree. Just like x7 plus x square plus x plus 1, this 7 is the highest power of the function, so 7 is the degree. In this also 7 is the degree. In this we see x9 plus x4 plus x plus 1, x9 is the degree. Now you have to solve this and find the degree of these equations. We have different functions. Constant function in the firstly we discuss linear functions. In this, b equals to f of x equals to b, where m equals to 0. This is also called constant function. F of x equals to 2 or f of x equals to 3. This is the constant function. So constant function has degree 0. This line denotes the constant function. Linear function, degree 1, x power 1. This is the equation. F of x equals to mx plus b. Then quadratic function, or degree 2. Cubic function, degree 3. Quadratic, degree 4. Degree 5 functions. We have different functions with the different degrees. Rational functions. Rational functions, we know the rational function p over q. So similarly we have the rational functions f of x equals to p of x over q of x. Similarly q does not equals to 0. P and q are polynomials. Domain is real. X q does not equals to 0. For example, f of x equals to 1 over x. F of x equals to x square minus 3 minus 2 over x square minus 4, etc. Exponential functions. In exponential function we have f of x equals to ax a greater than 0 and a is the positive number, a does not equals to 1. Recognizing functions like f of x equals to x square plus x equals to 1. This is polynomial function of degree 2. G of x equals to 8y is the exponential function with base 8. X is the variable, is the exponent. Z8 is the power function. Z is the power function and 8 is the base, but this function known as exponential functions. But we have Z8, then Z is the base, and this function known as power function. Y of t equals to y equals to just a minute. Y equals to sine t over 2. T over 2 is the angle of sine. This is trigonometric function. F of x equals to 7x minus x. This is the linear function of degree 1. F of x equals to 5t. This is exponential function. In previous we will know 8y is the exponential function. In this we have number in the base, but power is changes. Exponential function. F of x equals to radical w cube plus 2. F of w is algebraic function. Y equals to x plus 1 over x minus 2. Y is algebraic and also rational function. G of x equals to log x. G of x is logarithm function. H of x equals to 10x. H of x is trigonometric function. This is different types of functions we know, like linear, quadratic, cubic, exponential, algebraic, algorithm, trigonometric, many functions, rational functions, power functions. We have many functions. Now we will discuss odd and even function. In simple words, we have the function y equals to f of x or f of x equals to x, many functions, but we have to know which function is even or which function is odd. Then f of minus x equals to f of x, then function is even. F of minus x equals to minus f of x, then function is odd function. Recognizing odd and even function. In this we will discuss f of minus x equals to f of x, then even function. F of minus x equals to minus f of x, then odd function. So we will put f of x in the place of x, we will put minus x, then we know the behavior of the function. We putting here f of x become f of minus x minus fx power 4 plus minus x power square. Power is 4, so minus 4 times minus become positive, 2 times minus become positive. X4 plus x square is equals to f of x. This is the function which will in which function we will put minus x. So we have the function value, exactly function value. So this function is even function. F of x equals to x cube. In this we will put x equals to minus x. So it become f of minus x equals to minus x power cube. Then it become minus f of x. We take common. Here we have only 1. value, so we have minus f of x. Otherwise we have x cube plus 2 or any number with this value, so we will common minus 1. So this function equals to f of x, f of minus x equals to minus f of x, then function is odd function. We have next example, f of x equals to x square plus 2x. So we will put x equals to minus x, then f of minus x equals to minus x whole square plus 2 minus x. So it becomes x square minus 2x, but we will take minus 1 common, then we do not have the value of f of x, so it changes the sign. X square plus f of x, we have the function x square plus 2x, but when we put minus x, it becomes x square minus 2x. This is not the function value, so this function is not odd, neither even. Nor odd, neither even function. Just like 2x plus 1, we have the function value is 2x plus 1. We will put x equals to minus x, then f of minus x equals to minus 2x plus 1. This is not equals to the function, so this is not even, not odd. Similarly, f of n equals to n square plus 1. We're putting minus 1, then n square minus n whole square plus 1. It becomes n square plus 1. This is our function value, so f of n is even function. F of x equals to x cube plus x. We take replacing x equals to minus x, then minus x whole cube plus minus x, then it become minus x cube minus x, taking minus common, so it's equal to minus f of x, then it is the odd function. Now we will discuss the graph of odd even function. Odd even function graph is symmetric about y-axis. We have the function x and y, 2 points in which we have minus x and y. Then it is the function of even function, like we have the point on xy like 2, 3. We have the point on 2, 3. X value is 2 and y value is 3. Then we similar pattern we have the value point on minus 2 and 3. X become minus value and y is positive value. Then we have even function. If we have xy point, then both values have minus function. Similar pattern, but we have both values is minus, changes sign, then it is odd function. This is even function, reflects its shape, but we have y values on positive side, but x values has negative. Like this is the graph of x y, but this is the graph of minus x y. So we have the value of minus x, but similar graph. This is even function graph. This is also even function graph. This is also even function graph because we have the value of x and y. On similar pattern we have x minus x and y function. You can see this point. We have x value is 2, y value is 2. But in here we will see x value is minus 2 and y value is 2. This is even function. Here we have x and y function points, but on this point we have minus x and y point. So these type of graph which only x changes sign, then it's called even function. This is the odd function graph. In this graph we have xy both changes the value, changes the sign of the value. Like we have the point x, we have the point on 1 1. It in odd function it changes the value -1 and -1. xy both changes the signs. Here you can also see function is here on x point, but here function is -x because x and x both changes the sign. In even, this is the symmetric graph with respect to y. In this we have the graph which rotates its original but on other half. This is not the symmetric graph because this is not even, not odd functions graph. Now you recognize the function. Which function have these? This is a algebraic function or trigonometric or polynomial. You can find these functions of which type. Find the type of the function. In this you can determine the function is odd or even or neither. You can find it. Thank you so much for watching this video, and you have any question you can ask here.